In this video, we're checking out the Bigfoot drive pedal from Ugly Amps. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, my name's Merrow. Here on this channel, you're gonna find gear demos and instructional videos aimed to help musicians just like you and I. So if that sounds cool, please consider subscribing, checking out all the other videos here on the channel. And I would love to know what you think of the Bigfoot in the comments below. So on that note, we are going over the Bigfoot from Ugly Amps. The Bigfoot is a drive pedal that is, the name says it all. It's really big and full and like just huge sounding. So before we get into the specs and the controls, let's go over the signal chain. I'm using this Squier Strat, which has been painted by my buddy Brad, who goes by Butt Coffin. In the bridge position of this guitar, we have a mini Seymour Duncan JB pickup. From the guitar, we're going into the Bigfoot. From the Bigfoot, we're then going into the front of this Marshall style 50-watt combo. It's kind of like a JMP or a Plexi. And then from the amp, we're going into the aux, which is what you're hearing. Now let's go ahead and get into the Bigfoot controls. Up here on the left side, we have the master volume, the output volume. So if we want quieter sounds, we turn it down counterclockwise. If we want louder sounds, we turn it up. Next to the master volume control, we have the treble control, and that lets us control how much high-end frequency, how much treble content is in our signal. So let's start at the minimum and go up from there. So moving on, we have the mid knob, which lets us control how much mid-range is present in our signal. Let's go ahead and start at the minimum and then go up from there. And now we have the bass knob, which controls how much low end is present in the Bigfoot. And the Bigfoot leans heavily into that low end. And now we've come to the gain control, which lets us introduce more or less distortion or saturation breakup into the Bigfoot. If we turn it down at lower settings, we get cleaner sounds. At minimum, we're going to have to boost that volume to compensate. At that upper gain range, right as you hit the top of the gain control, it actually turns from what my ears hear as more of a distortion overdrive effect into a full like blown out fuzz effect. So it really compresses and it sounds like an amp about to explode kind of. So let's go ahead and turn up the treble a little bit and the bass a little bit and then scoop out some of that mid-range to kind of approximate what, you know, a big muff might sound like with that scooped mid-range. So now I have my Squier Classic Vibe Jazzmaster with wide range humbuckers and it's tuned to A standard. So this is a really low tuned guitar and I want to use that to demonstrate one of my favorite uses for the Bigfoot, and that is stacking other pedals in front of it. Now right now we have kind of a lower gain setting. We have the gain on about 50%. Nothing wrong with that sound at all. It's kind of gritty. Now what I want to demonstrate is using a pedal to boost into the front of the Bigfoot to get it to break up a little bit more. So I have these silver birch from Swamp Witch pedals right here running into the Bigfoot. So that's what I'm going to use to boost into the front of the Bigfoot to get it to saturate more, to overdrive more, and kind of tighten up my signal going into the Bigfoot. So let's go ahead and hear the Bigfoot without the boost. So now we have my Fender Standard Jazz Bass plugged into the Bigfoot, going to the same amp, same settings. Let's hear how the Bigfoot sounds on bass. Sounds really good to my ears, especially here in the room. I think the Bigfoot really lends itself to working well on bass for my ears because I love really full bass sounds, and the Bigfoot is just full of low end. It's a really, really warm sounding pedal, really big sounding pedal. Let's go ahead and turn the treble up. I'm gonna turn the bass back a little bit, and then I want to access that fuzz setting. That sounds really cool. I want to go ahead and back the gain off to about 75% just to get right outside of that fuzz territory, but still overdriven. Gonna turn the bass down a little bit more, maybe mid down, turn the treble up. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Bigfoot from Ugly Amps. If you did, please let me know in the comments what you thought of the pedal, and please subscribe to the channel. Check out all the other gear demo videos. And also, if you want to keep up with me on a daily basis and interact with me a little bit more, you can always head on over to Instagram. My handle over there is @EricMerrow. Posting stuff over there constantly, as well as here on YouTube. So I appreciate all of the interactions. Before I get out of here, I also want to send a huge, gigantic, ginormous thank you to these folks right over here, my Patreon fam, my executive producers from my Patreon page. I appreciate the support so much. I say it all the time because I mean it all the time. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. If you'd like to help support the channel or, learn ways to support, I will leave a link in the description below. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and I will talk to you in the next video.